Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. So let's just get right into it. So with the rise of all these recent shootings, which if you look back, when did all these shootings, when did these mass shootings really start kicking off? They started kicking off in the mid-2000s. When was the rise of the social justice warrior PC culture? Mid-2000s. Nobody sees a correlation to this. Nobody sees that this is actually a cause for these people doing the things that they're doing. Now, I'm not saying it's specifically all that, but let's take a look at some of the other things that I've said. I've also said before that a lot of this, I need to get an award for coming in third and second place just because that attitude with these kids, the younger generation, the generation who feel that there's no consequences for their actions, that no matter what they do, they are in the right, and everybody just ignores it. It's a big joke to everybody. So you have that going on. Everybody thinks that they're special and they need to be rewarded. They could come in dead last place and they need to get an award for it because they're special. There's no semblance of, hey, you know what? If you don't work hard, guess what? You don't get what you want. You don't get rewarded for coming in last place out in the real world. You're working at a job. If you're putting the worst work out, if you're putting out the least effort, you're not going to get rewarded for it. And 9 times out of 10, you are not going to be working there for very long. But see, they push this mentality on these kids and they tell parents how they should raise their kids, and you need to put kid gloves on and you need to worry about their emotional status instead of worrying about raising them correctly so they'll be able to go out and succeed in the real world. Everybody ignores this. So then you get these people with their PC culture crap. They go out. For example, the gay couple that wanted to get a cake there. I want a cake made here. I don't want to serve you. Well, if you're not going to serve me, I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to make you serve me. This is the kind of attitude. Most people, you know, they go out someplace, and if somebody says that they're not going to serve them, most people say, well, screw you. I'll take my money and I will go somewhere else. But not these PC culture types. No, they got to sit there and they got to scream and they got to yell and they got to carry on, and I'm going to make you see the way I think or else. Or, you know, this is the attitude. Everybody wants a reward. Everybody wants a cookie for doing nothing. And you get these kids that were raised with that mentality that they need to be rewarded, that everything is wrong in the world, that everybody's sexist, everybody's racist, everybody's misogynist. I mean, hell, it's gotten to the point where if you go out in public and you look at somebody the wrong way, they might look at you and say,
oh my God, did you see the way he looked at me? I think he wants to rape me. Oh my God, he's a sexist. Look at how he's looking. I feel uncomfortable.
This is the type of mentality that we have today. And nobody sees a problem with it. Nobody sees a correlation with these people that are going absolutely bonkers and shooting things up. And have you noticed that most of these shooters now are younger? Why is that? You're giving these kids mixed messages. You're telling them all this stupid shit. You're raising them to be this way, weak-willed. And they get out there in the real world and they find out, well, guess what? It's not really like that, is it? And they're confused and they're totally baffled and they don't know what to do because they have not mentally been prepared to handle this kind of situation. This PC culture crap has created this problem. And why it may not have created it entirely all of its own, it is a big contributor and nobody seems to see it. Look at the way the Democrats, the left-leaning Democrats right now are doing this shit with their PC culture push. They are all behind these types. And the whole leftist PC culture of the Democrats has created Antifa, who go out and they assault people. As a matter of fact, from the reports that came out, whether or not it's completely true or not, they say that the Dayton shooter had ties with Antifa, or at the very least, he was a supporter of Antifa. What does that tell you? But of course, the news media outlets, they like to report, white supremacy, and it's all because of that. The cause of it is the PC culture overload. The cause of it is the pandering to these people, thinking that, the soccer mom type mentality that you need to take kid gloves with kids, and you're not supposed to actually raise them. You're not supposed to instruct them. You're supposed to let them do whatever they want. They'll find their own way. Well, look how they're finding their way. And it's not just the Democrats. Oh, my friends, it's not. And if you're a Republican, you're probably going to be salty that I'm saying this too. Because if you look back to the early 80s with the rise of the PMRC and that type of PC culture, what was it led by? It was led by Christians and it was led by Republicans. Now, it's flipped the other direction. Now it's being led by the Democrats. Now it's being led by people that are anti-Christian and anti-religion. This is what you get when you don't pay attention. You need to wake up. You need to see things for what they are. You need to see the facts. And nobody seems to want to. Anyway, guys, that's all I got to say. Catch you next time. Later.